Okay, well, this is where our program stands at the moment. You can click around, you can change the color of the dot as it moves around. But last time we created an abstract class tool, and this will be the template for our 3 different brush objects that we use to actually paint pictures in our program. I made a mistake in the last tutorial. I said public void tool, which for the constructor, and so you should change it. You should delete the void because constructor methods don't have a return type, and that's one of the ways that the program recognizes what they are. The other is that they have the same name as the class itself, so this should just be public tool and then take in those 5 parameters. So in this tutorial we're going to do a couple things, or I already did a couple things actually. I made a new package called tool, and I simply dragged and dropped the tool class into the tool lowercase t package so that we can keep things a little bit more organized. In tool, during this tutorial, we'll create a new class, and we're going to create a circular brush tool, circle tool, and this tool is going to extend, so circle tool extends tool. And the reason we're doing this extension thing is because we want to gather all of our brush strokes in a single array list in our paint panel class eventually, so we need to have some method by which we can kind of unify them as objects. We could use an interface, we could use an abstract class or a superclass as we're doing in this. So the program, because we extend tool, wants us to have a constructor which satisfies all of the requirements of the parent class. So in this it needs to take in an int x, a y, a width and a height, and a color, and send it to the tool class, which we say super, and we make a call to that constructor, the tool class's constructor, and so we let tool handle all these things. We say just take all these and store them in the appropriate fields for us. And then we need still to add the abstract methods, the unimplemented methods, and so that's just the draw method, if you remember. Public void draw, and this takes a graphics 2D object, and we'll call it G for the sake of consistency. And the idea behind the way this class is set up is that each tool will simply know how to do a slightly different shape or draw, but it'll still have an X and a Y position on the screen, and a width and a height and a color. So in this case, we just need to say g.filloval. Let Eclipse's brain catch up. XY width height. And that is it for the circle tool class, because its attributes can be controlled by the sliders eventually that we will implement and add to our options panel, and because the parent class, the abstract class, takes care of taking in those things and storing them appropriately, the extended in the classes which inherit from tool can be fairly simple. And this class will actually never change. That's the extent of it. Well, it'll change slightly because we'll have to take in the transparency parameter eventually, but we'll get to that later. So that's it for this video. Just create this circle tool class, and we'll use it in the next tutorial to start to actually paint on our panel.